In this video, I'm going to show you how to set A3 paper size in Photoshop quickly and correctly, whether you're starting a brand new project or resizing an existing one. A3 is one of the most common print sizes, so knowing how to set it properly is essential for flyers, posters, layouts, and professional design work. By the end of this tutorial, you'll know the easiest way to create an A3 document and how to change an existing canvas to A3 without confusion. If this video helps you out, go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe for more simple Photoshop tutorials like this one. Let's jump right in. First, let's look at the fastest method, which is creating a new A3 document. Open Photoshop and from the home screen, click Create New. If you already have Photoshop open, you can also go up to the top menu and choose File, then New, or simply press Ctrl and N on your keyboard. This opens the new document window. At the top of this window, click the Print tab. Since A3 is a standard print size, Photoshop already includes it as a preset. Now look through the available presets. If you don't see A3 right away, click View All Presets to reveal the full list. Once you find A3, click on it to select it. On the right-hand side, Photoshop will show you the document settings. This is where you want to confirm the exact size. The width should be 297 millimeters and the height should be 420 millimeters. You should also make sure the resolution is set to 300 pixels per inch. That is the standard setting for crisp, high-quality printing, especially if you want your design to look sharp on paper. Next, choose your orientation. If you want your design to be taller than it is wide, use portrait orientation. If you want it wider than it is tall, use landscape orientation. This is important because it changes how your A3 layout is structured before you even start designing. Once everything looks correct, click Create. Photoshop will open a brand new A3 canvas, ready for your artwork, text, images, or poster design. This is the simplest and cleanest way to start if you are working from scratch. Now, let's move on to the second method, which is changing an existing project to A3. This is useful if you already have a document open and want to expand it to A3 size. To do that, go to the top menu bar and click Image, then choose Canvas Size. You can also press Ctrl, Alt, and C on your keyboard to open the same tool faster. In the Canvas Size dialog box, you'll see options for width and height. Before typing the numbers, change the measurement units from pixels or inches to millimeters. This is very important because A3 is measured in millimeters, not pixels. Now enter the A3 dimensions. Set the width to 297 and the height to 420. If you want a landscape layout instead of portrait, just flip those numbers. So for landscape, the width would be 420 and the height would be 297. Next, make sure the anchor grid is centered. Keeping the anchor in the middle allows the canvas to expand evenly from all sides, which helps preserve the placement of your design. Once you've confirmed everything, click OK. At this point, Photoshop will resize the canvas to A3 dimensions, but there is one important thing to understand. If your original artwork was smaller than A3, you may see blank space around it after resizing. That does not mean anything is broken. It simply means your existing design does not yet fill the new, larger canvas. If that happens, you can manually scale up your layers by selecting them and pressing Ctrl and T for free transform. Then, resize your artwork so it fits the new A3 document better. Just be careful not to stretch things too much, especially if you want to keep your design sharp and professional. So to quickly recap, if you are starting a new project, the best option is to use Photoshop's built-in A3 preset from the Print tab. If you are editing something that already exists, use Canvas Size and enter 297 by 420 millimeters. Both methods are easy once you know where to look. That's how to set A3 paper size in Photoshop the right way. If this tutorial helped, please give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next Photoshop tips and tricks. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.